All right, so we're going to start with a 6-minute warm-up. We want to gradually increase the intensity either before the warm-up or right after. I suggest you move all the joints in your body. So, roll your head a little bit, move your arms, move your hands, do a little standing on your toes, and you're good to go with the next exercise.
Awesome.
Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Now we're going to do some band pull-aparts. So they look like this. We hold the bands out here and pull them apart.
Beautiful.
Now the reason that we're doing this is it builds up some of those muscles that help hold our poles up in the right ski position, like this, which we've been working on. Now if you want to have some more fun while you're doing the pull-aparts, you can kind of go back and forth on the pad.
Well,
or you can do some edging if you want to do some edging. So we're going to do band external rotation. So it looks like this. I've got the band kind of tight between my hands. And I'm going to keep my elbows close to my body, core tight, and then bring my hands out. So this is working our shoulder blades and the connections back to our arms. It's your rotator cuff muscles. This helps with your posture in general. And of course, we've talked about having the poles in the right position. This is some of the muscles that keep your hands up in the right position as you're skiing.
Awesome.
Now we're going to do a one-arm row, but the twist is we're going to have our feet in a lunge position. So first we get into a lunge position. Now I want your back foot pointed forward, which makes the balance harder. So we're going to be like this. Then we put the band underneath our foot, and then we row with one arm. So we're working on our balance. We're working on keeping our hips steady. We're keeping our core strong. And while that core is strong, we're also doing something with our upper body, which is what you're doing in skiing all the time.
Looks like a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to trying it.
Yeah, you'll like it.
Can't wait.
All right, so now we're going to do split squats with our rear foot elevated. So the way we do it is like this. We put our rear foot up on here, get comfortable in the length, and then we're going to go down to about a 45-degree angle here. That's as far as you go down when you're skiing unless you're on the World Cup tour. So down to 45 degrees is good. Now we're working our strength and our balance and our endurance all at once on these quads so they don't burn when you're on the slopes. They're going to burn some now. This is the most important of exercise of all, and we're going to do 4 sets. So one set is reps on one leg, and then we'll switch and we'll do reps on the other leg.
So we're really getting into the strength building part of the program now.
That's right. This is the most important exercise we're going to do today. That's why we're going to do 4 sets of it.
And one more quick question. What size object would you recommend for people to do this on?
Good point. So this is about 18 inches tall. So a small stool, a box like this that's sturdy, an ottoman would work. A couch is a little too high. This is much more like what you feel when you ski. So 18 inches is a good height.
One of my favorite things about this program is how everything is so specific to skiing, so I love that.
Absolutely. It's tailored totally to skiing. And by the way, it also works your whole body. So you can do this all year round if you want, and then you're super ready for skiing.
Can't wait to try it. Can't wait to hit the slopes.
Yeah. Now we're going to do curls, and we're doing curls, which everybody's probably done before. We're doing these because we just did overhead presses. So we want to keep our arm muscles in harmony. We're working the front of our arms because we just worked the back of our arms. Now, in terms of how this relates to skiing, the curls really don't. But you're on a foam pad, and it gives you a little bit of instability. And so I want you to think about being in perfect balance on this foam pad while you're doing the curls. Or if you want to make it a little more difficult, you can lean forward a little bit on your feet while you're doing some curls. You can go back a little bit.
So even though this one isn't super specific to skiing, we still want to create that harmony from top to bottom in the body.
That's right. We're going to work on our muscles in between our legs here, and at the same time our core. So we're always working our core to keep it stable, and now we're going to work our arms and our legs all at the same time with a football. Here's the way this one looks. So we hold the football between our legs. I'm going to exchange it. There you go. Now we're going to do upright rowing. And the way that this relates to skiing is we're going to work some of the muscles that help you hold your poles up in the correct position. So it looks like this. We're doing one side at a time so that we work some of our stabilizer muscles. And we're on the foam pad so that we can remember to feel our feet. There's just a little bit of a balance challenge here while you're doing this. If you want to, you can have a little fun by going back on your feet or forward on your feet, or you can do some edging back and forth while you're doing this. So if we're doing some foot motion while we're doing this, we're working on our coordination of our upper body and our lower body at the same time.
I love this program, Steve. I really do. I just love how, we're finding all these really just clever movements that simulate skiing. So I love everything about this program, and I'm enjoying doing all these movements. I'm having a lot of fun.
Absolutely, that's the idea. Have fun and get ready.
There we go.
All right, now we're going to do some football leg curls. We're doing these because we're going to work our hamstrings a little more aggressively to keep them in harmony with the quads that we worked a lot on today. And the twist is, in addition to curling our legs up, we're also going to curl our feet up like this. And the reason we do that is when you're skiing, you tend to get in the back seat at the end of a turn, or the terrain may throw you a little bit and you get your weight too far back. And the way you get your feet and your weight back to the front where it belongs is you use your hamstrings and this motion with your feet. So we're going to practice doing that at the same time. Now when we're on the slopes, if we get in the back seat, we know, oh, it's just that football leg curl thing that I do. And it's a instantaneous thought. You don't have to think about it. It's already there. You've already practiced it.
So we're building a lot of this muscle memory. Is that what I'm hearing?
Exactly. We're building muscle memory to get out of the back seat and the front seat where you belong. Here's how it looks. Get our feet up on the ball, point our toes out, bring our toes in. Point out, bring our feet in. Toes out, feet up. Toes out, feet up. And we're also working our core a little bit here too, which is always a good thing.
Well, Steve, let's get into that front seat, baby.
Absolutely, it's where you belong. Now we're going to work on our balance and on this inside muscle in our leg here. It's called the adductor. So when you're skiing and you're turning, your weight will be on your outside ski, and you'll want to bring that inside ski in frequently. So you have to use these muscles in here to do that. And you also have to balance. I have the band anchored over here in the door jamb. There's two bands looped together, so I can get over to here. So I'm going to stand on one leg, and then we're going to squeeze together. So we're turning, we're bringing that inside ski in. Always hands in a good ski position. If you want to get fancy, go up like this. We're going to work on our balance with a different kind of challenge. We've got the band hooked on the door over here, and it's going to pull our balance leg that way. And we're going to move the other leg that doesn't have the band on it up and down to simulate two legs doing two different things while we balance. So here's the way it looks. So this is like we're turning, and we're making the turn tighter by bringing our inside leg up.
It also seems like we're almost training that kind of muscle memory as well.
That's exactly right. The muscle memory for balance, the muscle memory for doing one thing with one leg and another thing with the other leg.
So we're going to definitely be able to walk and chew bubblegum on the slopes, huh?
Oh yeah. So now we're going to simulate edging with our feet. So the way that looks is we're going to line up our feet parallel, and then we're going to move our ankles back and forth as if we're making turns going down the slope. We're going to have our hands out in a good ski position. Now you can move just your ankles back and forth or just your hips. Either way, we're changing our edge angles, or we can move both at the same time like this.
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Well, it's a lot in the hips. It's a lot in the hips, but it starts from the feet, actually. So you want to feel your balance in your feet, and that's why we have the foam pad here, to give it a little bit of a balance challenge and to help you focus on your feet all the way up to your hips.
I love that. So we're really starting from from the ground up and building up.
That's right. It's through the ground that you sense what's going on with your skis and the snow. So you want to feel your feet always.
I love it. Let's feel those happy feet.
Yeah.